Hello everybody, Christian Jack here for day 6 of the Gold Cup Diary. We have made our way down to Houston, Texas, where Canada's next two opponents, Curacao on Saturday and El Salvador on Tuesday, will take place. Those that know me well, by the way, know why I'm standing here. Jorge Soler's fantastic home run in the 2021 World Series. Let's get into the big story of the day, and that, of course, is Concacaf's statement against Canadian Soccer Association and Jesse Marsch. We'll put the statement up for you on the screen, and I'm going to go through it with some facts and also bring into some information that I've gathered over the last 24 hours as well. As you can see from the statement, Concacaf has initiated disciplinary proceedings against the Canadian Soccer Association and its head coach, Jesse Marsch, for incidents that occurred during the 2025 Gold Cup match. We'll get back to that word in a second, incidents. The disciplinary committee will review all available evidence, including official reports detailing the CSA and its head coach disregarding regulations applicable to suspended match officials and use of offensive language towards a CONCACAF match official. Okay, let's get into what we think we know. CONCACAF escorted Jesse Marsch to the area where he watched the game initially, and then during the match, a CONCACAF match official went back in there to say that he was not actually allowed there to watch. That's what I've been told by multiple sources, and the disagreement in question within that statement then took place during that game. That I can confirm from multiple sources. On the statement, they also talk about incidents. There's something else going on there. I'm not quite sure what it is. I've heard it might be something to do with how many Canadians were on the bench or down there, but I think the bigger story here is clearly CONCACAF and Jesse Marsch. Now, I've reached out to Canada Soccer to see what they want to do. They did give me a line where they are obviously reviewing everything and gathering the relevant information right now for submission to resolve the matter. Two things there. Submission, they have until Saturday to get all of the evidence back to CONCACAF. Obviously, they play on Saturday, so I'd expect news to come out on Sunday, after Jesse Marsch's initial second game suspension, by the way. And the other word for me is resolve. That's a great word. What Canada Soccer and CONCACAF, and quite frankly, all of us don't want here is another big storm. The focus needs to be on the team and the players. We'll be interested to see what kind of tone and line Jesse Marsch takes on Friday. We will meet with him at the Matchday -1 press conference. Does he speak about this, tell us what happened, or does he just take the professional line that the statement has come out and is under investigation? So we'll see about that. Let's turn our attention to what we should be talking about, and that's the players. I sat down with two Minnesota United players in Vancouver before we left, Dane St. Clair and Tanielo Ashei, and the real talk was not just about the 6 goals, but Tanny's brilliant strike to make it 2-0, a valuable goal right before halftime. Here's Dane St. Clair on his Minnesota teammates' 2-0 goal.
More than anything, it was a key moment for us right before the half when you can score a goal. Obviously, going into halftime at 1-0 versus 2-0 is two very different things, but the confidence to pull the trigger from there is something that I think I always recognize in his game. And I know, like, strikers obviously always go through their ups and downs, but seeing him be willing to shoot from that position showed the confidence. Of course, he connected with it well and then celebrated accordingly.
So much of what bonds these Canadians on this team is that many of them have been through a lot of adversity together. These two are no different and have taken a similar path to where they are now.
Well, we kind of had similar journeys, whether it was going to college. We both actually went on loan to the same team, but obviously at different times, and did well in our loans to kind of get ourselves a step up. And we know how much those loans helped us to when we got our chance with Minnesota. So kind of seeing his journey is just like a little bit, just a couple years like behind mine. But I'm obviously extremely happy for him. And I think it's someone that we can kind of hold each other accountable and push each other, but still have that relationship where we can joke off the field, but also have those tough conversations as well when we need to.
It is now Dane St. Clair 9, Max Crepeau 9 when it comes to starting positions under Jesse Marsch. However, Dane seemingly now has the edge. So with Tanny sitting down with me, I thought it was best to ask him to describe Dane's growth over the last year.
I got to Minnesota at around the time where, Dane wasn't our starting keeper at Minnesota. So I can say that I've seen firsthand what that development's looked like, and I can see firsthand how much he's grown, both as a player and as a person. And I think it's just been him locking in a little bit a little bit more as the years have gone by. You know, there's been an increased level of focus, there's been an increased level of work that he's put in year by year from 2022 up until now. And, you know, he knows what's at stake. He knows that the stakes are even a lot higher than just on a club level. So he's kind of matched that with his energy and everything that he's done. So, you know, could be proud of him as one of my really good friends off the field.
Always a pleasure to listen to Tani. A reminder that we've got a sit down with Tani Olashey coming out full on Friday across all One Soccer platforms. We'll also be at the Matchday -1 press conference where Jesse Marsch will address the media ahead of Curacao. Until then, we'll see you on Friday.